they're the types of things that, okay, when you set out with a business, you need what they call as a business model. A business model, how are we going to make money?
Yeah.
Those kinds of things. It's what are we going to do and how are we going to make money? I should be a little bit more knowledgeable on that. But it's literally, what is our purpose? How are we going to make money out of that purpose?
Yeah.
They seem to be jumping to how are we going to make money out of it without knowing what it is that we're doing and who it is that we're helping.
Yeah.
So bringing that back to the people of the construction industry here, we understand and we totally get your frustration that maybe you're finding. So I think from my perspective as someone that's worked extensively in the construction industry on many different continents and all of that, let's start with breaking down that the people in the mental health space, I suppose, where there's people that are wholly and solely there to raise awareness. That's their campaign. That's what it is that they do and everything like that. So as a person in the construction industry that's trying to look for help and reaching out and people to follow and all those kinds of things, just be aware that there's people that are there to raise awareness. And then there's people like Lindsay and Oryx Care that's there to help. Is to actually provide you solutions. And
and there might be people who are doing a little bit of both, my friend, like Rob with the Miner Head podcast, he's an awareness campaign, but he's also doing things on job sites to help people get to where they need to go. So there can be both, but I do run into, he's doing those cool QR codes and all that stuff, but the majority of the people you're coming across are just there for awareness. So yeah, I think it can get lost in translation. Okay, yeah, that's great. Okay, I think maybe I'm having some mental health issues. What does awareness do? There's got to be, other than that aha moment, like I need some help. What do you do after that? That's what concerns me about these organizations, these awareness campaigns, because I don't see follow-up. I don't see.
In today's day and age, and this is just my take on this, as a company owner, as someone that's managed people for many, many years in some pretty, remote conditions and high stress conditions, in my opinion, the awareness stage, like it's got to happen. Like even what Oryx Care, Oryx Consulting's doing is always raising awareness. So people can read the information free of charge and get as much information as freely and as easily accessible as you can. But it has to be backed up with something that is a solution as well. Now, in this day and age, in 2021, this has not just started. These awareness campaigns and, like just look at Australia, UK, places like that, years, decades of raising awareness and all those kinds of things. But if you're doing that, in my opinion, in 2021, and then at the tail end is just a number, I'll use it like in Australia, they've got a number for Lifeline.
Hotline numbers,
Hotline numbers, which is great. People need those numbers. You need to know that they're aware of it. But there is, as a company owner, I can get that number and plaster that on every crib room myself. What do I need an awareness campaign about that
to do that? And it's not even just my understanding of, I was trained to becoming a social worker to understand people in their environment. So that's what's so unique about what I feel that I do and what I offer, is that it's the understanding I have of people, but it's also my understanding of people in the industry. And that's everybody wants to turn to these really generic Instagram models of mental health because everybody's on Instagram talking about mental health now, which is great. I think it's awesome that people are talking about it. But they want to turn to these generic models on, that they see on the internet or that they hear on TV or whatever. It does for the construction industry, for pipeliners, that stuff just does not work. You got to have something specific to them. There's nothing like that for the industry. And everybody I see in the industry wants to use these same things that don't work, that most of the time the person who's being sent to them is going to have a 3-week wait to even get in, if they can get a hold of anybody at all. I mean, the programs, a lot of, say, companies will set, companies, unions, whatever, will send their people to, there's such long waits. I mean, I interned at a place like that. I know how long it took for people to get into them, because there's not enough mental health professionals. The openings are slim. So why not adopt something that's specific to the industry so they don't have to wait, so and it's their struggles, their pressures, their work, everything is going to be taken into consideration already from the start. So
you just hit on a really good point there too, Lou. It's a lot of those places, if they do have anything at all, it's a cookie cutter.
Yes.
That's for your company, that's for your company, that's for your company. And as a small business owner, a big business owner, all of your needs are different. Like,
yes,
if you're running a finely tuned machine, okay, how is it that you can easily get that information accessible to my people?
yeah,
Not a big organization where I've got that much fat in a job that I can pull all the people in and have them sit down for a whole day and bring some expert in that's worth thousands to speak to us and all of that. Again,
that probably doesn't understand the industry that much.
Absolutely not. And that's the big thing here. You need to get accustomed. You're in the construction industry is as custom as it comes. Everything is different. Like even to building contractors, the types of equipment that they use, the mindset that they use to build, all kinds of different things, the environments that they're working in. An electrical contractor in the Northwest Ohio is going to be totally different to a guy that's in, Western Texas. You know what I mean? Like it's just everything, the challenges that you face are different. The work itself is the same. It's like this. Get a custom approach to what it is that you're trying, get a custom solution to the problem. So
get a solution in general. Get a solution, start with a solution.
Yes.
And then go from there. Like, quit using the same stuff that does not work.
Yeah.
Because it's just, well, this is what we've always done, and this is just it blows my mind. Like, I've even heard people from these other organizations be like, I don't know what we do for the construction industry. And that's really hard for me. And I see these places almost taking advantage of.
Well, they are.
Companies.
And I speak to you about that. And I really, anyone that knows Lou knows that Lou's very, very political, always wants to keep as many people happy on both sides of the fence as possible. That's not me. That's not who I am. Yeah. That's not how I'm built. If, I'll call people out, and I'll call out bad behavior in the industry, whether that's people that don't know what they're doing when they're constructing a job, or people claiming that they're helping people when the last thing on their mind, they're trying to help themselves. It's been blatantly obvious with what I've seen, at least in the last month, that it's all about, well, me, us, there's not one, every time that you've brought up, okay, well, what about the people? I mean, even some of the comments are around, well, unless they're a member of this particular organisation, then I'm sorry, we can't help them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. So you're not there to actually help people.